Hello and welcome to Noodle Doodles. Today I am going to be drawing Deku from My Hero Academia because I can and really like the show, been a fan of it for a really long time. It's insanely popular. I would recommend checking it out. Really good, definitely recommend. I I'm actually still stuck on season 2. I'm not sure why, but for some reason I go through periods where I just don't want to watch it. So then I start over from the beginning to remind myself what happened. But at this point, I pretty much know the first season by heart, so what's the point anymore? Okay, so as you can see here, I have some reference photos pulled up. I'm getting really angry with myself right here, and you'll see why in a second. But yeah, I just pulled up some reference photos because I can never get his hair right. I don't know why. It's such an odd shape. I always end up getting it way too long, and it just doesn't look right. I also have trouble coloring the hair, but I have my cheat way around that. You can probably figure out what that is in the thumbnail, and also later in the video where I explain my thought process behind that, but yeah. Also, the references just helped as a coloring guide, so I could eye drop the exact colors I needed from the things. The references I meant. Sorry, I'm not really used to recording audio, but yeah. As you can see here, we have a really inaccurate representation of the UA high school uniform. What was I even thinking here? What was I even thinking? I should have pulled up a reference for his high school uniform, but I wasn't thinking about it when I was in the process of pulling up the references. So I was just like, what should I draw him in? His hero outfit looks too complicated. So I decided, I'll draw him in his high school uniform. It seems pretty simple. I'm just like, no. I don't even know why I just didn't go back and change the sketch. I think I was just too lazy to. I don't think I was too lazy to pull up a reference because those are so easy to pull up in clips you make you have no idea. But I think I was just too lazy to redraw the sketch. But I decided I wanted to take my time making this video, so there was really no point into what I did. I should have gone back and changed the uniform. I think the main reason was because I was really proud of the hand for some reason. It looks like the hands I usually draw though, so I don't know why past me was so proud of that hand. It's a mystery how looking back at your thoughts from I don't know, a couple days ago can seem like you thought them as a wee little child years and years and years ago. Isn't that just funny? But I did have a lot of fun with this piece. I still vividly remember how much fun I had. It was just so much fun to draw. Every single step of it, even the line art, which is my least favorite process of going through in digital. But I really like line art in traditional. Because in traditional, I usually use India inks, and those are so much fun to use, let me tell you. But it's been a while since I used them. I've been mainly doing digital lately. Not much room for traditional. If I'm doing traditional, I'm mainly just scribbling around and mindlessly sketching to the sound of some YouTuber talking. I wonder if anybody watching this is doing the same thing right now. Just mindlessly doing whatever they want on their paper while they listen to me talk. Probably not. Likelihood is very low, but hey, if you're new here, you can subscribe if you like this content. I will be doing more drawings with audio, so yeah, you can listen to my annoying voice for 10 minutes on end. Yeah, my voice is pretty annoying though, so I don't know why you would want to subscribe to that, but you could. If you wanna see more My Hero Academia fan art, you could just leave that in the comments below. I know some people just subscribe to YouTuber for a particular video they liked because it had the fandom they liked in it. I'm actually not part of the fandom, I just like the show, but I like drawing fan art of the characters, so if you'd like to see that, just comment below. I really like to draw some of them. I think it would be a very interesting challenge because some of them are super hard to draw. Yeah, there's still nothing too interesting with the line art, but I'm really proud of the shirt. I know it's inaccurate, I know it doesn't look like the actual high school uniform from the anime, but I'm just really proud of the folds. Usually I have way too much fun doing the folds and end up going absolutely nuts on them, but I just did one little fold. It's realistic, I like it. Here I think I'm doing the eyes. I color picked every color I needed for the eyes. I think they turned out pretty good if you zoom up on them. But I draw my irises extremely small and don't put much emphasis on them, so it's hardly noticeable. It doesn't even really fit in with my style. Okay, here's my cheat sheet for the hair. So, in the anime, the style of the anime, it just looks so complicated to draw, okay? I mean, really, just think about that for a second. There's so many unfactored chunks of hair that aren't even attached to the line art that you have to think about. Just let that sink in for a minute. Think of trying to draw that. Or, if you're still not sure, go ahead, pick up a pencil and paper. If you're really experienced with the art, you could probably do it, but just try drawing that, okay? I think that wasn't what I was trying to do at first, but I ended up going for more of a soft shading look, and I kinda like it. I really wish I had just left it at using the painterly blend tool rather than going in with a blur tool because I thought it looked too sketchy, but I don't mind the sketchy look now. I think I could have just left it here and it would have been better, but it still looks good. This stage of the hair kind of reminds me of those cosplayer wigs you see at Hot Topic. Okay, there's nothing too interesting with the rest of the coloring though, just filling in my basic colors. Got a couple glitches there. I honestly don't know how those happen, I don't know. But they do, and I can't ignore them. This one turned out a lot better than all the other art pieces I posted to YouTube, because I wasn't afraid to experiment. Usually when it comes to speed painting for YouTube videos, I'm just too afraid to be bad. If I make a mistake and the time-lapse is recording it, I just scrap the whole thing, and I could miss out on a lot of potential like that. And, you know, it's okay to not be perfect while drawing in front of other people. It's okay. I love the shading process in Clip Studio Paint though. Shading is my favorite thing to do in digital, actually. Shading and coloring, those are my favorite things to do in digital. Like, mwah. I can never ever do those in traditional. I just really like doing it in digital. It's a pretty simple style, but yeah. Yeah, nothing too experimental here, but we're gonna get experimental back in a minute. Well, not experimental, it's new for me, but I knew of this type of layer's existence before. The type of layer we're going to talk about in just a minute. Apparently I'm still shading like a slowpoke. But, yeah. I rediscovered it, and I think what it added, it's just really cool. I think I was too afraid to actually show it in an art piece on YouTube before, but I decided I wanted something that felt a bit more organic, so I decided to do a fan art because those feel really organic, because before I was either trying to pick up on algorithm trends that happened a month ago, either that or doing the most boring concepts I could possibly think of because I was too afraid to show myself. Okay, here we are. I discovered the vivid light layer. Rediscovered it, I should say. I knew of its existence, I knew what it did, but again, just too afraid to use it. I really like its effect here. I think it really captures the feel I was going for. I don't know where he is right now. I'm just going to assume he's at sunset and he's in some sort of abstract artsy time Twilight Zone or something, because the background is super abstract. Maybe somebody just found a photo of him online and, copy pasted it. I don't think that's the proper terminology for that, but like photoshopped an abstract background in there. I really don't know the context for this piece, but I think it turned out really cool. Just can we appreciate this for a second? This is so much better than anything I posted on YouTube so far, though. Okay, here I add an overlay to make his skin look a bit more warm, because I think that works better. I think it works better for him. And I also made the right bottom corner darker. Here I'm just playing around with the photosphere bubbles. I eventually decided on this, and I put in a background gradient. Okay, here you can either count this as behind the scenes or forget this ever existed. I forgot to export the time-lapse for Clip Studio Paint before I converted the image into a thumbnail, so we're just stuck with this. I'm too lazy to cut it out. I need to get going to bed, so good. Bye.